Date. Oh, oh geez. Yo, cat, over here. Do you already know what you want to order? Actually, why don't you let me order for you? Alright, thank you very much. I will graciously accept that. I've been here so many times that I know the menu pretty well. Just tell me what you want, what you're in the mood for, and I'll pick something out for you. Something sweet, something savory. Surprise me! Well then, why don't you have what I'm having? I'm fine with that. Means the order's for you, the order comes out surprisingly quickly. Oh, look at that, adorable! I like getting a parafruit when I come to a place like this because they have layers. Eating a parafruit feels like going on a journey, traveling from one fruit layer to the next, with the sweet whipped cream filling the space in between. Plus, it's in the mood with fruit, so I get the feeling a bit more about the whole thing. After all, fruit are supposed to be heavenly, right? I'm getting my daily ultimate of fiber right now. It's kind of funny how adults always seem to think that they need to rationalize and find justification for their indulgences. People are always talking about cheat days or convincing themselves that indulging in occasions treat can be justified as a form of self-care. Back when we were kids, were just able to do these things we liked without feeling guilty about it. The only thing that kept me from eating nothing but sweets was the fact that my parents wouldn't allow it. Same goes for doing things like staying up all night, chatting with friends online, maybe having a job as an idol. When I was a little, simply wasn't allowed to do things like that. Once I got older, I realized that I could do those things, but just because I could doesn't mean I should. And once you're an adult, there's no parent watching over you to enforce those rules. But you realize that the coincidence of your own actions, consequences of your own actions, do a pretty good job of keeping in check. I guess that's what they mean by growing up. I used to eat a place like this more and often, and it's been a while since I've been able to get a treat like this. I would get a treat like that a lot if I had money, which I don't. You haven't had the time to treat yourself? You feel guilty about treating yourself? Uh, you haven't had the have had the time? No, I don't think. I think it's no, I don't think it's that exactly. I mean, my schedule is busy, but if I really wanted to, I could carve out some time to come to a place like this after work if I wanted to. Back when I was a kid, my parents trained me with the idea that sweets and treats were only for special occasions. I think that's a pretty common thing for parents to do. Yeah, it is. A lot of times we didn't have a dessert. No, I never really had a dessert as a kid. But when we went on a trip or whatever, one of them uh one of them would took me somewhere. We always find a place to stop to get some sort of sweet treat. I always looked forward to the days when my mother would take me shopping or my dad would take the day off and choose to spend it with me because I knew that day would end with us sitting in a place like this. When I was old enough to go out on my own with friends, I often tried to drag them out to a place like this. But when we were kids, you really can't afford to go to a place like this for a fancy dessert every day. So going out to cafes, enjoying sweet treats, continued to be something that was only for special occasions. Though sometimes the special occasions was something as simple as the start of the weekend. Well, once I grew up and started working out, everything changed. I could go out to a place like this all the time if I wanted to. And once I had that opportunity, I seized it. It was like all my childhood dreams came true. Every day I could be a special day. But I started to realize something. If you came to a place like this all the time, it started to feel less special. Especially if you came by yourself. Aw, you're trying to say something, Misa. Wasn't until I grew up and looked back at my childhood that I realized that the things that had really made all those cafe experiences feel special was the people that I got to experience them with. So it's a good thing that I have to keep me company. Otherwise, I'd just be sitting here alone as an adult trying to relieve my childhood by wolfing down sweets. As a, as good as this whatever is, there's no more to a good cafe experience than ingredients and craftsmanship. It's also about the atmosphere of the company. Do you think our cafe is a good atmosphere? Is this our cafe? I have a Sunday and any day of the week having you here with me is that makes it feel special. Life would be a lot simpler if happiness was just a matter of finding a pastry or sweet with just the right amount of sugar and fluff. But I'm actually sort of glad this is the way. Maybe it's like they say, it's not about how you spend it, but who you spend it with. Maybe dessert is the same way. In fact, that might be the true anything that you consider a vice or indulgence. Whether it's going out with the drinks or going on a trip, vacation, or satisfaction of your more basic urge. Oh boy, this girl talks a lot. Ugh. Indulging those desires is always more fun when you're doing it with someone you like, right? I like you. Misa gives a playful wink. Thank you, Misa. I give a playful wink too. Oh! What's this? About last night. Yeah? In fact, the fact that the entire reason I agreed to go out with you in the first place, you seemed cool and I figured it would be fun. It turns out I was right. I might have even gotten so caught up in how much fun we were having together that I didn't really pay much thought to things were going. When I'm with you, it's really easy to get lost in the moment, but I do think that it's important to think about the future too, where all this is going. I want to be clear, I didn't go to this with any expectations apart from wanting to have a good time. And if that's all this is to you, I don't mind. But also, I'm wondering if there's something that might become more than that. Maybe a relationship that sprung up because two people wanted to have fun together. Doesn't seem like the basis for anything long-lasting. When I describe that like that, it sounds like a short-term fling. But if you found someone that you can have fun with, isn't there a certain appeal to keeping that person in your life? Yes. When she came like that, I gotta tell you, I'm a little nervous right now. I'm thinking she's like, I'm not sure if I can continue doing this, so I'm a little worried. Whenever people talk about the idea of serious relationships, the idea has always bothered me. I don't mind the idea of having a relationship that you treat as significant and important, but the word serious always seemed to be somber. I guess so, yeah. Do serious relationships always have to be so serious? Having fun, spending time with you. I'm having fun. I think our relationship is about more than just having fun together. I was just about to say the same thing. Even if we do have fun together, there's nothing else going on here. I feel like you understand me. You know you're signing up for you know what you're signing up for me. When I'm with you, I feel accepted. Maybe I'm attaching more significance to that. I should. But when I'm with you, I feel real. I guess what I'm trying to say is that this is just a fling. I'm not going to be bothered. Hold on. What I guess I'm trying to say is that if this is just a fling, I'm not going to be bothered by that. I don't know that I've ever had any expectations when we started this thing, but if I did, you've met my expectations and more. But it's that and more part that's making me think this could be something, well, more. If you wanted it to be. Maybe you see it differently. Or maybe you're still trying to figure it out for yourself. But I wanted to know how you feel about it. I think we're enjoying. No, I think we think this could be more than just a fling. I want this to be more than just a fling. Wow. When were you planning to tell me this? I'm glad I asked. What? Why am I getting so giddy at this? Is this where I'm getting my back of fucking a relationship? I'm fulfilling with this? Yes, I am. I am fulfilling with this. But at the same time, I don't know why I'm feeling so giddy. Misa! Maybe. I don't know. And I'm glad that you feel that way. Hey. I think this means that at some point we're going to have to talk about what it would actually mean to plan a future together. Since, we're both in this sort of career, where would it be hard to take this thing public even if we wanted to? But right now, I'm not worried too much about that. We figured out if we need to. I did say that I liked you because we have fun together. And if we wanted to end up becoming something more serious than that, I don't want us to forget to have fun along the way. You got it, Misa. I'm being thrown in everywhere. Okay. Wow, this is just getting more and more interesting. Hey, I want to talk to you about Misa. Well, actually, that's a lie. I want to talk to you about. Hold on. I don't want to talk to you about Misa, but I'm her friend, so I think I need to. I wish I knew how to say this. Don't do things to hurt her, alright? Okay. I guess she knows? You got nothing to worry about. I wish it were so. But something about the two of you getting involved in the first place really bothers me. Honestly, I don't need to tell you all of the reasons why you little lovers affair. Did she tell you, or just? I guess she's a good friend, so she's just observing it. Little lovers affair with Misa is a bad idea. How do you know? Do you think I'm stupid? I'm Misa's friend. Friends just have the way of knowing these sorts of things. You might call it a soul read. I put all the details together on my own, even before Misa told me that she wanted to date someone new. Oh? She said this? Interesting. You got to remember, Mr. Boss, Misa has her own life. I know. And when she started dating someone that's going to affect other parts of her life, that's are hard to miss, especially for the people that are close to her. It might be worth thinking long and hard about that. Misa had her own life going on before your eyes landed on her. And when she's done with you, I want her to be able to go back to that life relatively unscathed. Ooh, I sense she doesn't approve. She's happy now, but how long do you think that's going to last? Be honest with me. Do you really think that this thing is going to be able to last relationship Mrs. has ever? Yes. Are you sure? Are you really sure that? Are you really that serious about Misa? I wonder. Looks like, looks like, look. It's like I said. Just don't, just don't want Misa to get hurt. Yes, I don't want her to get hurt either. I am gonna be a respectful, nice, youngish man. I am. And I'll put her feelings up above everything most of all. Make sure that when two of you are alone with your little fling, that she's not worse off than when you found her. I want her to land on her feet. Are you going to tell anyone? It's like I said, I don't want Misa to get hurt. Alright. I mean that. And if people find out about this, Misa is going to be the one who's affected the most. Yeah. I don't know. I'll probably be, actually no. All of Jailbait will be affected, but you know she'll be affected the most. I'll probably get through some scandals. And that'll be fun. Fujimoto might just say, you know, give me all your money. So that might be fun. You know. I wish it were that way, but it's inevitable. So my lips are sealed. But just be aware, I'm keeping the secret for her sake, not yours. Damn, I am your employer! Balls of steel.